Still to come after this short break, we'll be looking ahead to tonight's Premier League match between Motherwell and Kilmarnock. Plus, we'll have a preview of tomorrow's Peter Grant testimonial at Celtic Park. All that to... Hi there and welcome back to tonight's football show. Well, if it's tough at the top, it's even tougher at the bottom of the Premier Division. A real six-pointer at Fir Park this evening when Motherwell face Kilmarnock. And both managers well aware how vital a win could be come the end of the season. Tom McAllister reports.
Even this far from the end of the season, tonight's game is a vital one for both clubs. The two are anchored in the bottom four of the division, with Killie in 24 points and Motherwell in second last place in 21. Both managers know all about the fight for survival.
It's not for the faint-hearted. It's, there's been teams dragged back into it. I suppose Aberdeen have got a little bit of a cushion at the moment. Dunfermline a bit of a cushion, but if teams like ourselves and Kilmarnock and Hibs, for that matter, can put a run of victories together, you never know. You could drag a lot of the other teams back into it. That would give us more comfort, certainly, but. You know, as I say to you, it's definitely quite stressful being down at that end of the table.
We're in a dogfight. It's not a case of getting back in it. We're in it. We know we're in it. But if we keep on fighting the way we have been in recent weeks and showing the right attitude, hopefully it'll be enough to keep us in this league.
McLeish feels that Motherwell have suffered in recent weeks from tight refereeing decisions, costing his team valuable points.
There was a few marginal decisions went against us, which, hopefully things are leaving themselves out over the course of the season. And but for those decisions, then we may have had a result out of the game.
Williamson, meanwhile, relishes the challenge that faces his side.
I feel we actually thrive on these situations. The more games we get, the fitter our lads get, and they seem to thrive on it, as I said. Because the last couple of months ago, we had a game one week, no game the next week, and we seem to be a bit sluggish in our next game. So it's good this way. I think it's better than coming thick and fast.
And we'll bring you highlights of that game on a football show special tomorrow, when we'll also have extended highlights of tonight's Wraith Rovers Bayern Munich match. We may have been stopped from showing Celtic Bayern, but still plenty of football here on Sky Scottish. Jim Traynor, both managers admitting that they're in that dogfight at the bottom, and if we have a look at the bottom of the table at the moment, we can just see how tight it is.
It's very tight. It couldn't be any tighter, and as Zanet McLeish was making the point, you can drag others in if you get a wee run going, but I mean, this is a big, big game. If you look at the points, they're 21-24. Big game tonight, and you've got to. I think you've got to worry about Motherwell should they lose that one at home.
And John, taking Aberdeen and Dunfermline out of that equation, it does look to be between those four.
At this moment in time, it does certainly appear that way, but Hearts were involved in this situation a couple of years back for 2 seasons in a row, and the big problem is when you're down there, you get a couple of results, lose a couple, and as Bob Williamson said, you're dragged back down into it again. So it's vital that any one of the bottom 4 teams puts 3 or 4 wins together, not just 1 or 2. It's 3 or 4 they need, and they'll get themselves right out.
And Jim, when you're down there, you need the breaks to go for you, and I think Alex McLeish is saying that the breaks didn't go for him against Rangers on Saturday.
Well, he has. He's been complaining about that since the Saturday's match, and I think that he's doing what a lot of managers do. They don't say a great deal after the game, but then they go away and they see it on television over the weekend, and they realise that maybe they could have had the benefit of the doubt. And so they tend then to speak to the newspapers about it. Nothing wrong with that, but I do feel that on Saturday anyway, I was at their game on Saturday, and I felt they were unfortunate with 1 or 2 of the decisions.
John, Motherwell and Kilmarnock, 2 big clubs in danger of relegation there. They'll obviously be interested in the outcome of this meeting on Thursday to possibly change the league system to 16-12-12. Yeah,
I think every time you're down there, teams at this time of the year, whenever it's mooted, they're going to change the league. They're always for it. But I've said before and say again, I'm a great believer in the 10-team Premier League. I think I'd far rather play 4 times against Celtic and Rangers and the likes of Hibs than play against possibly, not disrespect to the Airdries and the Mortons, who are very close to coming up and could possibly do it as well. But the big match atmosphere is far better, and every game is meaningful. You've got Celtic and Rangers going for the title. You've got another 4 teams chasing the European slot, and those 4 at the moment in relegation troubles, but they could join in the European slot as well, and every game has a meaning, and it will be like that to the end of the season, and that's what I prefer to see. OK, it's a subject we'll probably come back to.
Park tonight. Kilmarnock moved into 7th place with a welcome victory over Dunfermline at the weekend, but they're still only 3 points above second bottom Motherwell, so tonight's game vital for both sides. Kilmarnock earned themselves some breathing space with good performances in their last 2 games, a draw against Rangers and a win at home to Dunfermline. And they want to continue their climb up the table with more of the same tonight.
It's consistency we're striving for, and we've not really achieved that at all season. We've had a couple of results and then we've went back a peg or two, so it'd be nice to get a good result tonight.
But Killie will face a fired-up Fir Park side, and they should be wary of their strike force. Owen Coyle hit his first goal for the club at the weekend, and his partner up front, Tommy Coyne, scored a hat-trick against Kilmarnock when the sides last met. But their manager realises that no matter who triumphs tonight, there's still a long way to go in the battle to avoid the drop.
If teams like ourselves and Kilmarnock and Hibs, for that matter, can put a run of victories together, you never know, you could drag a lot of the other teams back into it. That would give us more comfort, certainly, but you know, as I say to you, it's definitely quite stressful being down at that end of the table.